nice form. Today, I'm here to talk to you about why juicy does not belong on the back of clothing. There's three major reasons why juicy does not belong there. One, because it can be harmful to a first impression. Two, because it can be associated with promiscuity. And three, because it attracts unnecessary and unwanted attention. Now, I know everyone in this audience has at one point seen a girl walking around with this word on her rear end. So, that is why it is inappropriate for a first impression, because going back to our elevator speeches, we talked about how we must always be prepared in our presentation to meet someone important that's going to give us a job opportunity or an internship or any number of things. And so, if you take a look at this young lady, she is wearing a sweatsuit that says juicy on her rear end. Now, Sharon Lennon wrote about a study from Indiana University. And in that study, it said that when someone meets you for the first time, they judge you based on two stimuli that come from your clothing. So when they see you, they see two things about your clothing, and they judge you based upon that. So if she were to meet someone important, the first thing the person would see is that, wow, she's wearing sweat clothes. She rolled out of bed, got into it in the morning, doesn't care about the way she looks. Now, that may not be true, but it's what the person may think. And second of all, she notices that right there. Now, that word in that specific area of the body attracts attention, and drawing attention to that area may be associated with promiscuity. Because if she wants someone looking there, who does she want looking there, and why does she want them looking? If you think about that, but applying it to clothing, it's not so much a look but don't touch that's meant for like glass displays at the museum. So that's why it can cause issues such as sexual harassment coming from unnecessary and unwanted attention. Now, believe it or not, there are girls that look like that walking around my malls. And one day I was with a group of my friends walking in the mall, and a young lady that looked like this happened to catch me reading what it said on the back of her, whatever that is. But let's just say it kind of developed into a bad situation, and I want to talk about details, but there was something about sexual harassment brought into it, and stress analyst Beverly Bierman King defines sexual harassment as unwelcome or unwanted conduct of sexual nature, whether it be verbal, visual, or physical, that creates an intimidating or detrimental environment. Now, that misunderstanding all could have been avoided if this young lady just didn't wear something that drew a homing beacon onto her rear end. Like, look at me. No, it's a bad situation. Stay away from that, please. So I know all of you ladies in the audience can attest to what I say when you should want to be judged by the words that you say and your personality, not the clothing you wear. So, in conclusion, juicy does not belong on a rear end because it is attracted to it can be mistaken for promiscuity, it can be harmful to a first impression, and it attracts unnecessary and unwanted attention. Juicy is a word meant to describe food, not a hey, look at my butt.